Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to my YouTube channel. I'm here with Keith Williams. He's a friend of mine that I've met through just local Hilliard coffee connections, just hanging out. Become close with him and his family. Keith, I will say, like Alex, which was one of my first guests, I always get something when I hang out with you. I get fed, and I appreciate that. And Keith's been another good one, like Alex, to just kind of ground me at certain points where I need to hear that nice, calm voice and just like, hey, take a breath, calm down. So I appreciate that. So I appreciate you taking the time with me today. And
Definitely.
He's just going to kind of ask me some questions here. 3 questions about the El Salvador journey that's coming up. So we'll get right into it.
Gotta make them good, right? So it was smart, not off the top of my head questions. So first one up is, what did you see yourself doing as a young adult, job-wise? And does that have a connection to your mission goals today?
I guess as I think back to childhood, I guess I probably had the same boy-ish dreams of, I'm going to be a firefighter. I'm going to be a policeman. I'm going to do all those kind of things. I didn't really have, coming out of high school, didn't really have a mindset of, I want to be this when I grow up.
Yeah.
I actually did go to firefighter training. I went through some EMT classes.
Yeah.
Had a hard time testing with that stuff once I got through those classes as far as finding a department to get onto. It's funny, we were just talking about this before the video, but my father was a truck driver.
Okay.
So I thought maybe I wanted to do that because he always made good money and, had a secure job. He was totally against me doing that.
Yeah.
He wanted me to stay at home, have a wife, have a family, do these things, which, sorry, Dad, that hasn't happened yet. So I went into transportation another way. I went in and did transportation for about 17 years. And I just always kind of thought that was life. Like, after you're with the same company for 15 years, you think, okay, this is what I do. This is where I'm going to die.
Yeah.
This is where I'm going to retire. And when that came to an end, I really didn't know. I was really lost. And ironically, that's kind of the same time God kind of started. If I look back, that's when I felt God chasing me for the first time. Or I acknowledged God chasing me for the first time. Being a missionary, doing those types of things was never on my radar at all. Again, we talked about this a little bit, but, and I talked about it in one of the other videos, that I lived a really selfish lifestyle.
Yeah.
I had a good job. I was making good money. Everybody around me had the things they wanted, they needed. And as I look back, they had everything except for me.
I agree.
I spent time with them. I did things, but it was more for me to show off, I guess, in a sense of, hey, look what I can do. Hey, I've got the money to do that.
Yeah.
Hey, I can buy you this. I'm thankful that I turned that over to where I don't. One of the things I'm striving to do is to put others first and not be that selfish anymore. So.
Yeah.
So I guess that kind of answers your question. I don't really know. Being a missionary was never on the radar. If I had to think about it, I guess transportation was where I thought I would live and die, I guess.
I see the EMT part playing into it.
Yeah, and I guess that was maybe that was God saying, hey, I really want you to do this.
Yeah.
And me kind of saying, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So, at that age.
Okay. Number 2, at the end of the day, don't cry. What would you want people? What would you most want people to know about the true you that is sometimes missed? You can read it again if you want to.
That's a good one. Something that I would want people to know. I guess this goes back to the last video I shot too, and I'll go back to it. When I was in February, when I was in El Salvador, and we did affirmations for each other.
Okay.
One of the things that one of the gentlemen wrote down to describe me in one word was sincere. And that really caught me off guard because I don't necessarily think about myself that way.
Yeah.
Wasn't one of those things I woke up in the morning and said, I can't, I need to strive to be sincere.
Yeah.
But to hear somebody say that, and since February, I've kind of been still like consciously unpacking that and trying harder to be that. I guess that would be something that I kind of come off sometimes where, I don't know, I've just got a weird sense of humor, and I've just got a weird demeanor, I guess, because I've had people, oh, when I first met you, I thought you were this, or I thought you were that. So I guess maybe I don't always present myself as sincere, but I think that if you get into my inner circle, I hope that people would describe me that way. And I'm one of those people that if, like our friendship,
Yeah.
I got no problem telling you, like we were talking earlier, hey man, I miss hanging out with you. I miss talking with you. I miss, I get to see you here and there and say, hey, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm sincere in that.
I agree.
I'm grateful for it. So I guess that would be one thing I would like people to know is that, if I tell you, hey, I'm going to pray for you, or I tell you, hey, I was thinking about you the other day, or hey, sit down and tell me how your day was. How are you?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just, hey, what's up? Hey, see it, passing in the water cooler.
Yeah.
I mean it. Like, the cards that I've been passing out to people that say, what's your story? It's like, I really want to hear your story. I really do. So I guess that would be something I would like for people to know that maybe they don't, or maybe they don't necessarily say on the service. Yeah,
they're not used.
I'm like an old tarnished, lamp or something. Just get the rag out, brush off the dust a little bit. There's a soft part underneath there somewhere.
Okay. I agree with the sincerity. I do. Every time we talk, it's you. I consider myself not blunt, but lacking tact sometimes, and I would say you have that skill though. But I appreciate that you bring up that. Yes, we haven't talked in a while. You identify what it is versus, oh, we should get together, and it's surface. Oh, yeah, we should.
Right.
You bring up, hey, if not, I'll see you then. I'll see the kids, or even the text where it's like, Chase is still a person. You reach out.
Right.
It's like, I appreciate that.
Right. So. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Or I'll have your wife call you.
Yeah.
From
your phone.
Yeah. That's an inside joke that only me, him, and Gino get. So sorry.
So this one, you have 2 seconds to answer.
Oof.
No longer.
Okay.
If you had $1 million today, what would you do with it?
If I had $1 million today, what would I do with it? I would set up my niece and my nephew and my sister as best I could, investment-wise, for their lives. And I would go ahead and go to El Salvador probably next week.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to wait till October to try to fundraise and save money. But yeah, that's Nate, Sharon, here's a kicker for you. I would do whatever we could to make 4004 Main Street a little more permanent. So that would be my short answer for that. I would take care of my niece and my nephew and their families first.
Yeah.
Take care of my sister. Secure the El Salvador move a lot easier, and try to secure 4004 Main Street.
I appreciate the sincerity.
Yeah. So that would be the short answer for that.
Yeah.
So, no, thank you. Those were good, challenging questions.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it. Again, this is something I'm going to continue to do. I'm leaving Thursday. I don't know when you're watching this, so I don't know when Thursday is.
Yeah.
But I'm leaving Thursday for El Salvador. So keep me in your thoughts. A small team of us going down there to celebrate with those folks. It's going to be a great thing. Quinceañera, it's the 15th anniversary of CDMFA down there, so that's always a big celebration in that culture.
Nice.
Going to open up Deborah's home, the girls' home that we've been working on diligently, that they've been working on diligently. I'm going to officially open that this weekend or next weekend, so we can get that ball rolling down there. And it'll just be kind of a ground laying trip for me, as far as I'm going to sit down and spend some time with Daniel as far as what October looks like. So I'll keep doing these videos till then. I don't know what the next one's going to look like, because it'll be a little different because I'm going to shoot it in El Salvador.
Yeah.
So it'll be a little different twist probably. But if you'd like to sit down with me, ask your 3 questions, I'd love to have you do that. Reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or cell phone or carrier pigeon or letter, and we'll see if we can't make that happen. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Keith.
Thanks,
We'll see you next time. Have a good day.